Hey everybody, my name is Chris Murphy again with SDM Canna, and we're going to be speaking a little bit about moisture content with your product. What's too moist and what's not moist enough when it comes to your bud. What's optimal for our grind and what's not optimal. We need to look at this all the way back to before it's ground up. When we're analyzing this whole situation, we're going to take a look at a couple things. One, how does the product look before we're working with it? Over here I have a great example, some larger colas that need to be broken down and are too moist. How we can tell by that is obviously we have a very large stick going through the centerpiece and as well through most of these nugs. One way we can easily tell moisture content for this is the stem test. Now you can definitely try to snap the stem in many different locations, and basically when it's hanging up and curing, we're going to snap it in the 3 spots. If it doesn't snap here, we're still too moist. If it doesn't snap in the 2nd spot, which is about an inch up from the last nug, and then if it doesn't snap on the 3rd spot, we're definitely too moist. You should be getting a snap at the first one, you should be getting a snap at the 2nd one when you're close to curing, and then finally that last little snap close to those nugs. Easy way to indicate whether or not your product is going to be too moist or too dry to begin with. The second piece is also going to be how does it snap? Bam, that kind of ripped a little bit too, telling me that this product isn't ready yet in order for me to start either doing a dry trim on it or getting it ready basically for the grind or to even put it into a jar for sale. Another test we can do is prior or after we separate it from the stem, we've done our stem test already, we're then going to take our nug and snap it in half. There's 3 different things I'm looking for. One is the bend. If it doesn't snap at all anywhere in this nug, we're looking at something far too moist. Second one is going to be too dry. If I snap the nug and I pull it up and it Christmas trees out, basically what I call that, or snowstorms out, so when you snap it in half and you see keef fly out from the inside. We're looking at too dry of a product. We don't want to be using that. We're going to lose a lot of the keef. It's going to be very dusty. It's going to be hard to reclaim for my grinder. It's going to be very difficult to be putting into a pre-roll accurately and consistently throughout the entire board. So when I do this, again, we're getting a nice bend. There's no snap. It's basically pulling apart. As we can see here, I can rip it. If I'm ripping my material apart, it's far too moist, and that moisture content represents basically our too moist and fluffy. As we're grinding it, it has a very hard time in coming together, so it's going to remain a fluffy and airy kind of strain. That's going to tell me when I'm initially packing it. If I have a fluffy product, it's going to take a lot more vibration and pressure to get the pack proper on that. That's a note already I can make in my head for R&D prior to even getting to the point of grinding and even hand packing it and then taking it to the machine. The second part is going to be taking a look at a nug that's optimal, something that's going to work out best for us in the situation at hand. This one over here, let's find a nicer one. This one over here, I'm looking for a snap sound, not a Christmas tree of keef, trichome matter coming off of the bud. A little bit of Christmas tree, as you can see, this little dust down here. Maybe a little bit too moist, maybe 1 or 2% too moist. So what do I do about that? How do I achieve a better moisture content if I'm too dry? And how do I even bring it down in that matter? Well, it comes down to how you want to preserve your product and how good you want it to be at the end of the day. If I have a moist product, such as this material over here that's got that bend, it's too wet, it's too fluffy, I'm going to let it cure properly and bring it down slowly each day in moisture content. How I'm going to do that is just by removing the lid, making sure to turn my product thoroughly, whether this is a 50-gallon bucket, whether this is down to a small jar or even an 8 jar. Same principles apply across the board. If I have this very large amount of material in here, I'm going to let it sit out for probably about an hour super moist with this open. Now that can change depending on your grow, depending on your product, depending who you are. Typically that can take 45 minutes to 30 minutes. Sometimes I'll let it slowly come down after about 2 to 3 days, and it will slowly start coming down. How to test that again, I'm going to start breaking my stems as I open it up and bring it down. It's going to maintain a lot of the essential oils or the terpenes people refer to all the time in your product and not sacrifice the quality. Now, let's say if I wanted to flash dry this stuff, really go for it and all that. Well, we're going to sacrifice our terpenes and our quality, however we're going to get the consistency we're looking for. Leave it out. Simple as that. The longer you expose it to the air, the less moisture content you have in your air, such as humidifiers or anything else like that. It's going to start going down in brittleness and start getting drier very fast. You want to be careful of that. If we have too dry of a product, I'm trying to bring it back, or a material that's maybe gone a little bit too far in the dryness consistency, we have very handy things called Bovida packs or rehumidifier packs. These work 2 ways. They give humidity and take it back if they go too far or too less. I wouldn't recommend typically orange peels, tortilla shells, or anything else like that because it can add different things to your material, such as microbacteria and other different things that may pop up in tests or quality changes in your material to the customer, which we're trying not to do as best we can. However, these may take a day to 3 days days, sometimes even a week, depending on how dry your material is, in order to bring it back. But again, all these vary depending on your grow, location, and altitude in your area and region. These are some tips and tricks basically to bring your product back and to help you out the best in order to get the most optimal kind of pack we're looking for with any of the pre-rolls and with this machine. Thank you guys very kindly for stopping in for the tips and tricks with STM.